Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo! He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga. Let his light shine through ya. Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's a homie MC, JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me. If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyling.
Hit me.
Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GREATMILLSTONE, and Shalawam to elect out there doing this work of faith and live with love, true sincerity. And, you know, as you can see from the clip I just played, you know, maybe some brothers seen it before. I saw that it was years old, but I just seen it. I just came across it, and, you know, it just made me think of why, you know, the Lord doesn't give out his name, you know, to the masses of the people. Why the Lord doesn't want his name to be known right now in the earth like that. Because look what people would do with it, man, you know. And this is just one of the reasons, man. Now, even though we know in the spirit that, you know, Jesus is not the name and God is not the name. You know, those are just titles, you know, and God, I mean, and Allah is just, you know, power. But the Lord gave something out there for people to follow and to show an example of how they would actually treat him and treat his holy name, man. You know, and it's disgusting the way that people use it, man. You know, but real quick, this is Proverbs 30:4. Who have ascended up into heaven or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? And these people cannot tell. You know, they cannot tell. And this is why the Lord had to keep his name precious, man. You know, because the Lord's name and his reputation is what matters to him. You know, it's a scripture, I can't think of it, but what it says, I remember Apostle Ramla bringing it out. The Lord put his word above his name. So there's two things that are near and dear unto the Lord, is his word and his name, man. You know, and his word is backed by his name, or, you know, vice versa, however you want to put it, man. They go hand in hand. You know, it's like when you It's like when anybody, you say your word on something, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live by it, and you gotta stand by that. And now your name becomes known by you keeping your word and by you living up to your word, and people could look at you like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a real man right there. Or he's a stand up guy, or whatsoever, what have you. So these are two very important things unto the Lord, you know. And of course, this goes right in hand into the commandments. And you know, you can only imagine how it was in the ancient world, you know, and how people use the Lord's name, man. You know, I can only imagine if people out here, these Edomites out here is doing it like that, you know, Jake out here is doing it like that. You know, you got all these rappers, a lot of these new, names like Baby Jesus, a Edomite rapper call himself Slim Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Just think of all of the madness that it would truly be out here, and the Lord would have to rain down, you know what I'm saying, and make his name known in the earth for real, based upon the way that people would be using his name if they had it, man. But they can't tell his name. And that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, that's why it's precious. Even though we constantly saying it out there on the highways and byways, people still don't get it, man. It's good that the Lord made these people sleep to that, man. Right? So this is Exodus 20:7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. So what is that boomerang effect, you know what I'm saying, that's going to come right back around to you for taking the Lord's name in vain, man. You know, just to get into this word vain, see if there's anything in here. Emptiness, vanity, falsehood, nothingness, emptiness of speech, lying, worthlessness of conduct. So the way that these people use the names Jesus and God, you know, is of worthlessness. You know what I'm saying? And it said what? Of conduct. So it's how you conducting yourself when you're using the word and how you're expressing it, man, or how you're expressing the Lord's name, you know? And the way that the people use it is just despicable, man. It really brings it to naught. Like they oversaturate the market, so to speak, with using those terms, Jesus and God, to the point where it's just an everyday thing to people, man. So imagine if they had the Lord, the name, the true names, Yahawah, which is the Father, and the Son, YAHAWASHI, how that name would seem worthless because of how they're conducting themselves when they use the Lord's name, man. But the Lord chose to give us the word because he knew that we would hold his name near and dear to him, man, to us, because of, you know, the things that he does, and that he's a man worthy of respect. And you don't play with a man's word, and you don't play with a man's name, man. That's two things that you don't do, man. What would the Scarface say? All I got is my word and my balls. By your balls, what your testicles, how you testify, it all goes into your word. You know what I'm saying? And you got to stamp your name on your words, man. And that's straight up and down how it is, man. You know? So real quick, I want to hit, because this is what we do with the name, right? Yahawah and Yahawashi. Ecclesiastes 17 and 10. Oh, Ecclesiasticus, Salakia, 17 and 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. That's what we do with the Lord's name. And what else do we do with the Lord's name, right? It's Leviticus 22 and I started 31. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am the Lord. Neither shall ye profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am the Lord which shall hallow you. All right, so let's just look real quick into profane, which is halal. Okay, halal. Well, begin, profane, pollute, defile, break, to wound. You know what I'm saying? This is what our people do. They pollute those names, you know what I'm saying, those titles, Jesus and God, so much. Like I said, we just thinking about it in the context of if they actually had the Lord's name and they actually had the Son's name, it would be completely polluted. It would be completely defiled by the conduct of how people are saying them and just saying it just like it's nothing, man. It would really seem worthless in the earth, but the Lord won't allow that, man, because His name and His word means that much to Him, right? To profane, defile, pollute, desecrate, to profane oneself, defile oneself, ritually, sexually, to violate the honor of, you know what I'm saying? To violate the honor of. So people are violating the honor of. It's an honor, it's a privilege for us to truly know the Lord's name. So why would we want to violate that? You know, that's a precious secret right there. Those are the names. Yahawah and YAHAWASHI are keys to the kingdom, man. You know, the Lord said, matter of fact, let me and I'll come back to this. I believe it's Revelations 3. Revelations 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. So what? We standing at the door and we knocking at the Lord's door. We hear His voice, right? And if we hear the Lord's voice, we got to know the Lord's name. You know what I'm saying? We hear what I'm saying, like basically, who is it? You know what I'm saying? We recognize the voice, we saying His name, and He opens up the door unto us. So those are keys to the kingdom of how we get the door open, you know, which is our mind, you know what I'm saying, to all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding by having those names, man. And that's why it is so precious, you know, and that's why the people of the world are constantly going to be confounded, because even if they came to the door, you know what I'm saying, they were like, yo, open the door, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of vibe that our people is on, man. That's straight up the type of vibe that our people is on. You know, all of these different rappers, celebrities, you know what I'm saying, just they constantly use the word or the name or the title Jesus, you know what I'm saying, in their songs and stuff, just like it's nothing. And that name really is nothing, because that's a false god. You know, as Apostle Gabar gets into, what that represents Serapis Christus. So it's good that the Lord gave people a mock name or something just to throw out there, you know what I'm saying, to be an example unto us that what? We shouldn't give our pearls to swine, man. You know, because the rest of our people is straight up swine, and that's just how it is, man. You know, and what else will we do with the Lord's word, right? And what else do we do with the Lord's word and His name? Psalms 22 and 22. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. So we out there, we giving the people the Lord's name, and you know what I'm saying, and we declaring it unto them. Let them know how precious the name is. You know, that's why it's important every once in a while to give praise to His name just by doing a lesson upon the Lord's name, man. You know, and allowing the people to recognize it and knowing the detriment that comes when you use the Lord's name in vain, in worthlessness, and you don't conduct yourself in the right manner when using it, in the context of what you're using the Lord's name. You know, Yahawah being the Father and YAHAWASHI being the Son, okay? Real quick, this is Ecclesiasticus 23 and verse 7, 23 and 7, it says, "Hear, O ye children, the discipline of my mouth." So what? You gotta have discipline with your mouth. 2/3 don't have discipline, man. He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips. The sinner shall be left in his foolishness. Both the evil speaker and the proud shall fall thereby. So we get the two examples. The one that got discipline shall never be taken with his lips. But the sinner, you know what I'm saying, the evil speaker and the proud shall fall thereby. Shall fall by what? Their lips, man. That mouth and how they speak, you know. So it's giving you two clear different examples of the righteous and the wicked right there, man. You know. Two clear examples of the righteous and of the wicked, and which one would take more heed to declare the Lord's name in a proper manner. The one that has discipline, you know, the one that actually thinks before they speak, you know, and not just talk just because they got lips, because that's what it is with 2/3. They just talk because they got lips. That's how the world does it, all off of feelings and emotions and this, that, and the third, and God no more heart, and all this old bull crap that's out there, man. It's just nothing but nonsense, right? Says, accustom not thy mouth to swearing, neither use thyself to the naming of the Holy One. You know, basically what abusing the name of the Lord, and just as I said, getting into the conduct and just using it frivolously. You know what I'm saying? Like some little toy or some trinket like that, man. You know. For as a servant that is continually beaten shall not be without a blue mark, so he that sweareth and nameth the Most High continually shall be not faultless. So what? You're gonna be left with a blue mark, you know what I'm saying? Just as a servant, as it says right here, as a servant that is continually beaten shall not be without a blue mark. So what? If you have to beat a servant, obviously they're gonna leave with some bruises, man. They're gonna be messed up in the game, and that's a part of what these fallout guys don't understand. Once you fall out, hey, you know, when we come into the truth, we know that we signed a contract, man. You know what I'm saying a spiritual contract, a spiritual bond with the Lord, that we would represent His word in the right way. You know what I'm saying? That we would do everything within our power to do right by the brotherhood, that we would proclaim His name and the Son's name, you know. But when you go outside of that, hey man, you profane the Lord's name, you defile the Lord's name because you were once a representative, now you just walked away for whatever reason. That's a dishonor, that's a disgrace, man. You know? And then you got the people in the world that knew that you were so heavy into the truth, looking at you like, oh yeah, look at this nigga, I knew he'd be back. You know what I'm saying? And now how they gonna have respect for the names Yahawah and YAHAWASHI when you go back in the world and start doing all your wickedness and your bullshit, man? You know what I'm saying? People don't think about stuff like that, man. This truth is truly precious unto us, man. And you gotta recognize that every single day, man. We gotta constantly, you know, have those refreshers in our mind, you know what I'm saying, to let ourselves know, you know what I'm saying, every day how lucky we are, man, to be a part of the hopeful elect and to have this knowledge, you know. So yeah, just jump to verse 15 real quick. The man that is accustomed to opprobrious words will never be reformed all the days of his life. So what? A man being accustomed to opprobrious words, looking this up real quick, opprobrious, expressing scorn or criticism, see this, yeah, derogatory, disparaging, insulting, offensive, defamatory, you know what I'm saying? So what? Defaming words, man. Defaming words is, you know, using the Lord's name in the wrong context. You know what I'm saying? Defaming him, or using the Lord's title in your name the way that the world do. You know, you being a rapper and calling yourself Baby Jesus. You being a rapper calling yourself Slim Jesus. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, like I said, imagine how it will be today, man. People will be putting, you know what I'm saying, whatever name Yah at the end, or whatever name, you know, short form of the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Or since they know the Lord's name is YAHAWASHI, it would be Baby YAHAWASHI. It would be Slim YAHAWASHI. If they actually knew the name of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that, man. The Lord would have to wreak havoc on this earth right now. You know what I'm saying? It would anger the Lord too much, man. The Lord would probably destroy this whole world right now, man. And that's a big part of why you know, amongst prophecy and other things, why the Lord stripped the name from us during slavery times. You know what I'm saying? Because what, during old Egypt, you know, when we called unto the Lord cried to the Lord like, man, I don't want to hit them. They took my name in vain before. You know what I'm saying? I'm fall back from them, and I'm gonna give it back to the hopeful elect in the future, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is ridiculous. I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to let them defame my name. I'm not going to let them profane it, defile it, so on and so forth, man. In the manner of which they was, man. You know? And that's why what? The elites, they don't even say the Lord's name because they know what time it is, man. You know? It's Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, with which hath in his flock a male, and vowed and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Okay, that's why they don't even mention his name, man. That's why they had to put those titles out there, and why they stress them so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Or they use the tetragrammaton YHWH. You know what I'm saying? Or Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what the Lord's name is. They know, hey, they put the Lord's name in their mouth, it's going to be trouble for them. It's going to be hell for them, man. And even on low levels, you'll see, you know what I'm saying, different stuff of people that have died by using the name Jesus in the wrong manner. Now, we know that's not the name of the Son, but, you know, a lot of people in the world be shooken up about stuff like that. They said something like about Marilyn Monroe, some other rock star guy, you know what I'm saying? You know, when they used those titles in the wrong manner, then they died shortly after or something like that. So if the Lord showed you just a little examples like that with something that's not even their names, how much more if it was the Lord's name and the people said that about them, man? You know what I'm saying? Imagine, man. You know, but the Lord soon enough is going to make his name known in the earth just as it was before in the times of old, man. All right? You know, let me just hit this last point just to show, you know, that at one point in time, all nations did, you know what I'm saying, have some sort of respect for the Lord's name because they knew the fear, the dread, and everything that he could bring upon them, man, you know? And as well as our people going through these different things, you know, because in a moment, you know what I'm saying, you see something, it's easy to believe, but then, you know, when something is not prevalent in front of your face, then everybody want to fall back like things is all good. Nah, it ain't all good, man. The Lord's name, you know what I'm saying, it still reigns supreme. And these people are going to know that soon enough. So this is Joshua 2:9. And she said unto them, this Rahab, the harlot, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you. So they heard how the Lord did it, right? When ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your power, he is power, he is the power in heaven above and in earth beneath, man. So because of reasons like this, Esau don't want us to know the Lord's name, because he knows when we call on the Lord's name as we did in Egypt, the Lord is going to reign supreme. The Lord is going to bring that judgment even swifter. The more we say that name, the more we give power into the name, the more we proclaim the name, the closer we up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And Esau knows all of this, man. They know all of this. They have all of the records, all of the files. You know what I'm saying? They know the history, everything, man. Just as we know, all of the, pretty much all of the history of the earth, they know the history of the earth. There's only one way to combat the truth, and that's with knowing the truth and mixing it in with lies. And that's exactly what Esau does, man. They lie on us, they lie on the Lord, all these different things, man, to get people to believe that the Bible is worthless, man, that it's vain, but it's the truth, man, plain and simple. You know, so you know, like I said, you know, I just hope this segment was edifying, you know, and just knowing this is one reason why, you know, the Lord had to, you know, distance his name from being in the mouths of people throughout all of these decades, generations, centuries, so on and so forth, man. But now that we have the name, us of the hopeful elect, you know, we take that name very near and dear unto us, man. You know, and we got to be mindful as well, you know what I'm saying, that when we debating people or just talking to people, you know what I'm saying, that we don't cast our pearls unto swine, man, because the Lord's name is precious. Most niggas just gonna tread on the Lord's name, you know what I'm saying, like it ain't nothing, man. But may destruction be unto any of them that do so. You know what I'm saying? Or that take the Lord's name in vain, man. So with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Shalawam.